It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay, I thought
Monday.
he said Monday.
Like mundane, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Well, looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Phoenix coming out with the win against the Brooklyn Nets.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you'd see a team get that hot away from home.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Durant. Greg Monroe is out there with lights out. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the point guard.
And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA All-Team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
Here's Durant, who's back up, and it's laid in by Monroe.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk to Jeff Hornacek.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris. Ball against Irving. And a wide open look for Sanders. Here's the machine. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now, here is Irving. He had 22 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Here's Booker from downtown. Again, the miss by Paul. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's the dish to Sanders. Sinks the triple.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Down low. Cuts off the pass. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
And that one misses. Nets trail by 6. Now, here is Irving. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saves a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
2 shots.
That's good from Harris. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Sarge with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. All up top. Shoots the 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by Paul. Screen by Monroe. Irving for 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Paul kicks to Sanders. Durant with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by Harris.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
To the left wing. And here's Sanders. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Clippers.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Here's Irving after the Suns pick up 2. Millsap passes to Durant. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there to put that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Millsap. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Durant gets double-teamed. Pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here's Paul. He has 6. And Booker kicks to Sarge. He used that pick to get in close.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now Irving. He has 5. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. And it's Paul penetrating. To the left side wing. Here's Booker. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. Folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
That one is off.
And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Phoenix. And he sinks the second.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Pass to Monroe. Kicks it to Harris. He feeds it to Millsap. The pass to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Monroe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Monroe's got his second bucket of the night. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season, top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Phoenix leading by 4. Paul dishes to Booker. Chandler with the screen on Harris. Sanders. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Monroe. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe. Morris is checked in for the machine. Chandler down low. Monroe on him. Chandler, no good. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Crawford comes in for Booker, and it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Nets trail by 7. Mills passes to Curry. Feeds to Mills. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Here's Payne. Makes it off the glass. Payne's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Nets trail by 9. Millsap a screen on Crawford. Out to Monroe. Back to Millsap. He dishes it to Curry. 6 to shoot. Latrey. And Sanders pulls it down. Phoenix leading by 9. Pass to Crawford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Johnson goes in. Millsap has the open look. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here is Monroe.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Shot from free throw range. The rebound by Johnson. Nets trail by 7. Now here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. They set the pick. Johnson with it. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Morris. Dishes it to Payne. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Payne's got his second basket.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland. Outside Millsap. Monroe with a screen on Morris. The 3 from Mills. Let's keep it alive. And Monroe kicks to Curry. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Phoenix calls timeout. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
Now here's Payne. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Payne. He kicks to Morris. Crawford outside. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Miller.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And so here's Phoenix following the bucket by the Nets. Morris with the bucket.
When the defense looks soft early on, they've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the shot is good.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Payne, rejected by Millsap. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mills can't hit. Phoenix leading by 8. Crawford outside. In the corner, it's Morris. No good on the triple. Mills. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns lead by 8. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team. Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harris. And it's Durant. Then there's Monroe. And it's lights out in at the 4-man position. Now here's Irving following the shot by Chris Paul. Irving kicks to Durant. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. A nice shot by Booker.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Here's Harris. After the Suns pick up 2. Back to Irving. Nets passing it around. And Greg Monroe with the slam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Stolen by Monroe. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Outside Irving. From downtown. And that one's good. Irving's got 9. Suns leading by 5. Paul dishes to Crowder. They set the pick. Knocked away. Stolen by Durant. Here's Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Ball outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got his third basket of the night.
If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
Irving passes to lights out. It's Durant on the wing, defended by Booker. 17-foot shot on the way. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Durant. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. There's the screen. Now here's Crowder. Defense is right there. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Freed up. Nice work off the pick. And it's 6 points for the machine.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the basket by Harris.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Now here's Crowder, looking for his first basket still in this one. Rebound by Monroe.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Monroe sets a screen for Irving. Pass to lights out. Harris outside. Fires the 3. They get it again. Lights out. The feed to Durant. Out to Harris. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harris has got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets. The dish to Crowder. There's a good screen. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Irving kicks to Harris. And stolen by Booker. To the paint. Stolen by Durant. To the middle. The shot is off. The Suns go the other way with it. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Paul passes to the machine. In the corner, Crowder with it. Here's the floater. And he sinks the layup. Crowder's got his first basket of the night.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Now here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. It's Durant on the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And the Suns making a change here. Sanders is checked in. Durant drawing the double team. Down low. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Good on the baseline, Jay. And the Nets lead by 1.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's the machine. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. And that one's good. 15 points for the natural.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And that one's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Paul dishes to Sanders. Goes up the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. Sanders has got 17 now. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Now, here is Irving. 13 points in the game. And too long on the shot. And Sanders gets it to go on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Timeout called the Nets. And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Machine. Morris comes in for Saric. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And a new group in for the Nets. Paul Millsap's checked in for Monroe. Johnson comes in for Lights Out. Mills, he's checked in for Harris. And Curry subbed in for Irving. Now here's Durant. He had 22 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Here's Mills. It's a 3-point game. That's good. That's 7 points for Paul Millsap.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Timeout called, the Suns. Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
Now here's Curry. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Durant kicks to Millsap. There's the 3. Crawford with the rebound. The Suns have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Sanders' shot is off. Brooklyn trailing. Curry passes to Mills, and stolen by Payne. Kicks to Sanders. Rejected by Millsap. It's Curry with the drive. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Chandler with the screen on Curry. Payne dishes to Chandler. That's tipped. Payne kicks to Chandler. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Right wing. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Crawford leading the charge.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Sanders against Millsap. And now the Suns a fast break. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
The Suns shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
One shot. One shot, gentlemen.
Sanders, no good on the free throw.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Sanders. He has 23 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Durant attacking. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on Tyson Chandler.
You know, it's interesting. It really had been mostly a cordial relationship between Durant and the media up until last season. And then at the All-Star break, I mean, he had some biting remarks.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
That's good from Durant. Durant's comments during the All-Star break about the media, he might have been right with some of his comments. I don't know, though, that he really was happy that they came out the way they did.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, he made it clear that he doesn't view the media as all that friendly, though.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Sanders against Johnson. Sanders passes to Morris. Durant with the steal. Johnson kicks to Durant. Curry wide open. And the Nets miss again.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Johnson dishes to Millsap. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Suns leading. Here's Morris. The 9-footer's on the mark. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Mills. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Millsap. Shot is off. Nice D from Chandler. Sanders passes to Crawford. Out to the wing. Payne gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those near. Every time.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Curry.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Payne kicks to Sanders. And he gets it to go. And it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And here is Durant. He's got 8. Outside Millsap. Back to Durant. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And so that brings the first half to a close. Phoenix ahead, leading by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you guys came out of the gates blazing, but cooled off a bit later on. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter, it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
Chris. Thank you so much. Kevin, in this league, you've got to sustain those hot starts.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Phoenix had no problems getting going. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. The second quarter wasn't as kind to them, but they still fought through some mistakes to have a 6-point cushion at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they could be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.